For a long time, you've walked in rooms where no one saw you. You've carried ideas, vision, and purpose in silence, while others overlooked you. You've watched as less prepared people were celebrated, while you quietly built in the shadows. But what you didn't realize, chosen one, is that heaven was developing you in a secret place, so that when your time came, no one could deny the hand of God on your life. The season of being hidden was not rejection, it was refinement. God hid you because what you carry is too valuable to be exposed before its time. He was training you to operate with humility when honor comes, to stay grounded when recognition arrives, and to remain faithful when the crowd begins to watch. The silence of your preparation was protection for your purpose. Now the season is shifting. The covering of obscurity is lifting. God is about to make your presence impossible to ignore. Your name is being whispered in rooms you've never entered. Your gifts are being noticed by those who once dismissed you. Doors that seemed permanently closed are beginning to open without your effort. The same people who once questioned your worth will be compelled to acknowledge your divine favor. You may feel it already, that subtle stirring in your spirit, that quiet knowing that something is different. That's heaven rearranging the atmosphere around you. People will begin to see you differently, not because you've changed your essence, but because the light upon you is intensifying. The oil of anointing on your life is becoming visible. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts. When you speak, people will listen. When you create, others will feel inspired. You won't need to chase recognition. Recognition will find you. God is amplifying your voice. He's turning your whisper into a sound that resonates. He's elevating your influence so that your story can be a testimony to His faithfulness. You've been through storms that should have destroyed you, but instead, they refined you into someone unshakable. You've endured loss, betrayal, delay, and doubt, and yet, here you are, still standing, still believing, still holding on. That resilience is about to be rewarded publicly. This is your divine unveiling. The same God who allowed you to be hidden is now calling you into the light. You won't have to prove your worth. Heaven is about to display it. Every lesson, every sacrifice, every tear is now becoming part of the evidence of your calling. God is about to put you on display, not for your ego, but for His glory. People will wonder how you rose so suddenly, but you'll know it wasn't sudden at all. It was sacred. Every silent year was an investment. Every unnoticed effort was recorded. Every prayer was heard. Now, the harvest of that patience is coming into view. Chosen one, God is about to make your presence impossible to ignore because your purpose is bigger than you. Your rise will remind others that faith still works, that obedience is still rewarded, and that divine timing always wins. You are not being elevated for attention. You are being positioned for assignment. You are being sent as a living message, proof that God never forgets those who trust Him in the dark. As this season unfolds, people will feel drawn to your authenticity. Your light won't come from pride, but from peace. Your confidence won't come from applause, but from alignment. You'll begin to understand that true influence doesn't come from striving. It flows from surrender. When heaven chooses to spotlight a life, no man can dim it. So prepare yourself, chosen one. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Keep your heart pure. Because when the spotlight comes, your integrity will sustain you where talent cannot. The same grace that kept you hidden will now keep you elevated. This is not just recognition, it's revelation. God is revealing through your life what faithfulness looks like. He's revealing what patience produces. He's revealing that when He says it's time, no force in existence can delay it. You will no longer blend into the background. The power of your calling, the uniqueness of your spirit, and the light of your soul are about to draw eyes and hearts wherever you go. Opportunities will find you. Destiny will seek you out. Doors will open at the sound of your name. Not because of luck, but because heaven has decided it's your moment. And when that happens, remember, it's not about fame, it's about fulfillment. It's not about validation, it's about vocation. God is amplifying your life so that others can hear the sound of grace through you. You are becoming a beacon, a vessel, a mirror of divine goodness. Chosen one, your season of invisibility is ending. The world is about to see what heaven has always known. Your time is now. Your light cannot be hidden. Your presence will be impossible to ignore. You've been walking a quiet road, a path that few understood and even fewer could walk beside you on. You've endured long nights of uncertainty, moments where the silence from heaven felt deafening, and seasons where nothing seemed to move in your favor. Yet, even then, God was writing a story that would one day astonish everyone who ever doubted you. The stage of your life was being set while you were in the background. Now the curtains are about to open. You see, chosen one, there is a reason your name didn't rise when others did. There's a reason your opportunities didn't come easily. There's a reason God let you be hidden in plain sight while others received recognition. You were never being overlooked. You were being protected from premature exposure. God knew that your purpose was too sacred to be mishandled, that your anointing was too heavy to be placed in unsteady hands. The silence wasn't punishment. It was divine strategy. And now, that season of divine hiding is coming to an end. Heaven has made a decision. It's your time to be seen. When God decides to reveal someone, no force on earth can stop it. No opposition, no gossip, no jealousy, no delay can hold back what heaven has declared ready. The same people who once underestimated, you will have to acknowledge that something supernatural has shifted around you. Your presence will carry a weight, an energy, a divine authority that cannot be denied. This won't happen through your striving. It will happen through His timing. You won't need to push for recognition, because your anointing will speak for itself. You won't need to explain yourself, because your results will become your voice. The favor on your life will be undeniable, and the glory of God will radiate through everything you touch. People will begin to notice that something about you feels different. When you enter a room, conversations will pause. When you speak, hearts will listen. Even your silence will carry power. That's not pride, that's presence. The divine presence that has been cultivated through your years of prayer, isolation, and surrender is now overflowing. You will move with quiet authority, because heaven will back every step you take. Chosen one, the season of invisibility is over. The time when you had to prove yourself to be heard, to fight for your worth, or to justify your calling. That time has passed. You are stepping into divine validation. God Himself is about to endorse your name. People you've never met will begin to speak about you. Opportunities you never applied for will find you. Blessings you didn't chase will chase you. Your name is being spoken in rooms that you haven't even walked into yet, because heaven is positioning you for influence beyond what you can imagine. And when this elevation comes, because it will come, remember that it is not about your glory. It is about His. You are a vessel, a chosen instrument through which God will demonstrate what divine faithfulness looks like. The same humility that kept you grounded in obscurity must now anchor you in the spotlight. Because with great visibility comes great responsibility. You will not just be seen, you will be studied. And through your integrity, your grace, and your unwavering faith, others will see the fingerprints of God all over your life. The very ones who ignored your potential will be the first to witness your rise. The doors that were locked will not just open, they will stay open, because God Himself will hold them wide. The dreams that once felt impossible will begin to manifest rapidly, almost effortlessly. It won't make sense how fast things change, but that's the signature of divine acceleration. What used to take years will take moments. What once seemed unreachable will suddenly be within grasp. Chosen one, God is about to make your presence impossible to ignore, not for attention, but for assignment. Your presence carries purpose. There are people who need to hear your story, who need to see your breakthrough to believe that theirs is still possible. There are souls connected to your obedience, destinies tied to your consistency. Your visibility is part of their healing. Your rise is part of their awakening. When God shines a light on you, it's so that others can find their way out of the dark. And make no mistake, this season of recognition will not come without resistance. Some will question your worthiness. Some will envy your favor. But understand this. They cannot fight what heaven has already finalized. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to explain how you got here. Your fruit will speak. Your results will silence doubt. Your elevation will testify. Stay focused. Stay grounded. Keep your eyes on the one who brought you here. You were not chosen to impress. You were chosen to impact. You were not raised to boast. You were raised to build. The world will soon see that your rise was not accidental. It was prophetic. It was spoken before you were even born. You are entering the season where divine recognition meets divine purpose. Every struggle, every rejection, every hidden year was preparing you for this. The hand of God has been guiding your steps, and now, the spotlight of heaven is illuminating your path. Your name carries weight in the spiritual realm, and that weight is about to manifest in the physical. When the time comes, and it is coming swiftly, walk with quiet confidence. Don't shrink back, and don't question if you deserve it. You endured too much to stay invisible. You were too faithful to remain forgotten. You are not here by coincidence. You are here by divine appointment. Chosen one, God is about to make your presence impossible to ignore, because the world needs what you carry. Your story is about to inspire nations. Your journey is about to awaken faith in hearts that have grown cold. Your life is about to become living proof that when God decides to lift someone up, no one can keep them down. The wait was long, but the reward will be longer. The silence was deep, but the sound of your breakthrough will echo far beyond what you can imagine. So stand tall, lift your head, and breathe it in. This is your moment. Heaven is moving. Destiny is unfolding. The divine light that was once hidden within you is now blazing outward for the world to see. And no matter who tries to ignore it, they won't be able to. Your presence will speak for itself. Your purpose will command attention, and your life will glorify God in ways that words never could. This is the turning point. The quiet chapter is closing, and the page of divine recognition is being turned by heaven itself. The story that once felt forgotten is now about to become a testimony that will echo through generations. What felt like stillness was never stagnation. It was God's preparation. Every delay was refining your character. Every closed door was protecting your destiny. And every moment of silence was heaven's way of building strength into your spirit. You have been refined by waiting, purified by pain, and strengthened through solitude. While others were seeking applause, you were seeking alignment. While the world was rushing, you were rooted. And now, that deep rooting will allow you to rise without breaking. You've become a vessel capable of carrying the weight of influence that's coming. You didn't chase the light is now chasing you. When you walk into places from this point forward, people will feel something they can't explain. It's not charisma, it's calling. It's not popularity, it's presence. The presence of God within you is growing so strong that it will command attention without you having to speak. You'll carry an atmosphere of authority. When you enter a space, peace will follow. When you open your mouth, wisdom will flow. When you act, things will shift. That's what divine favor looks like. It can't be ignored. People will begin to recognize that your rise is not like others. It's not built on manipulation, not on luck, not on compromise, but on faith. The purity of your process will make your elevation undeniable. It will confuse those who try to stop you, because they'll realize too late that you were never moving by human power, but by divine momentum. They'll see that every setback you endured was really a setup for something greater. Chosen one, this is not ordinary favor, this is divine unveiling. The very environments that once resisted you will begin to welcome you. The same systems that once rejected you will now need you. The very people who once ignored your message will seek your wisdom. That's what happens when God amplifies your influence. He turns rejection into recognition and pain into platform. You are stepping into a season where what once seemed impossible will happen naturally. You won't need to force doors to open anymore. They'll sense your arrival and unlock automatically. You won't have to compete for space. Heaven will create space for you. The spotlight that's about to fall on you is not man-made. It's heaven-ordained. You'll find yourself in moments that feel almost surreal. Invitations will come that you never expected. Conversations will begin that open doors to destiny. Divine encounters will align at just the right time, not by coincidence, but by orchestration. Heaven has been positioning the right people, preparing the right rooms, and aligning the right opportunities so that when you arrive, everything will already be set in motion. And it will not be because you begged for it or fought for it. It will be because you became it. You grew into the person who could handle the magnitude of what you once prayed for. You learned patience when you wanted progress. You learned silence when you wanted answers. You learned humility when you wanted validation. And all of it was training. Now, the reward of that inner work is about to manifest externally. Chosen one, God is about to make your presence impossible to ignore, because your presence carries His presence. You've become a reflection of divine endurance. When people look at you, they will see what perseverance under grace looks like. When they hear you speak, they'll sense a weight that comes from experience with God. Your life will speak to others who are still in their hidden season, reminding them that silence is not abandonment, it's preparation. You are about to become a living message, not of perfection, but of perseverance. Every trial you endured will now serve as proof of God's power. Every moment you thought was wasted will now reveal itself as wisdom. Every scar you carry will now shine like a badge of faithfulness. People will wonder, how did they rise so fast? How did they get noticed so suddenly? But they won't understand that there was nothing sudden about it. It took years of unseen labor, nights of prayer, and days of obedience when no one was watching. They'll see the glow, but they won't know the grind. They'll see the miracle, but they won't understand the molding. But that's the beauty of divine recognition. When it comes, it looks effortless, because what took years in private will manifest in moments in public. That's how God works. He multiplies what He matures, and He matures what He hides. You were hidden for holiness, not for harm. You were delayed for destiny, not denial. Now the time of emergence has arrived. The doors that once refused to open are now responding to your name. The atmosphere is shifting to accommodate your purpose. The season of invisibility is over, and heaven is announcing your arrival. As your visibility increases, stay anchored in humility. Don't rush to explain yourself. Don't try to justify your rise. Let your peace be your proof. Let your results speak. Let your faith continue to lead, because the same God who raised you up is the same God who will sustain you there. And remember this, visibility is not just for celebration, it's for assignment. God is not raising you to be famous. He's raising you to be effective. You are being placed in rooms to shift atmospheres, to bring clarity, to speak truth where compromise is ruled, to demonstrate integrity where it's been forgotten. Your influence is not for comfort, it's for kingdom. Chosen one, God is about to make your presence impossible to ignore because your mission is too important to stay unseen. Your light will attract attention, but your purpose will transform it. People won't just notice you. They'll be changed by the encounter. That's the mark of divine visibility. When heaven shines through a person, it doesn't just impress, it impacts. It doesn't just gather followers, it awakens faith. So walk boldly into this next season. You've been prepared for this moment. You've been purified for this purpose. And now, the divine signal has been sent. It's time. The silence is over. The delay is done. The hiding has ended. You are emerging. The world is about to see what heaven has seen all along. And no one, no opposition, no enemy, no fear, no limitation can ignore what God is about to reveal through you. Chosen one, your presence will be impossible to ignore because your purpose is unstoppable.